$2.7 billion, that is a lot of money. That's 2,700 individual millionaires. If you were to stack $2.7 billion up dollar by dollar, it would be enough to reach 183 miles high, which is 2/3 of the way to the moon. And if the bills are a bit dirty or were around during the Pablo Escobar era, it would probably reach all the way. So in this video I'm going to show you an app that 2,700 millionaires have and explain how you can use it and also profit from it. So keep that image in mind and let's hop into it. And by the way, at the end of this video I'm happy to offer a special little something for 500 lucky subscribers, and with over 200,000 of us now, they might be gone pretty quickly, so stay tuned for that. So after studying and observing a lot of different millionaires, specifically for how they created the majority of their income, it became obvious that they all had something in common. They all created a product that they could monetize and profit from. That's the bottom line. Whether it was owning hotels, digital platforms or physical products. So getting into the world of business, one of the biggest questions that I asked myself was, how do I know there will be enough demand for me to make money? And there are a ton of ways to make millions of dollars today, some safer than others, but I'm going to show you one method specifically that I believe is the best one yet. And you can use this from pretty much anywhere in the world. I use this method myself and it's something you might have heard of before. And no, the app I'm going to explain is not Instagram or Facebook or any of these popular social media platforms. And it's also not an app that all these millionaires have by accident, like, oh, they have this weather app that shows the weather and that's the common denominator. I'm talking about an app that directly contributes to real people making real money. So what is this app that so many of these millionaires are using? It's called Amazon Seller and is made by the team behind FBA, or Fulfillment by Amazon. And while some people have heard the term thrown around, I know that not too many people actually know what is going on here, so I'm gonna try to explain this app and the money making process as good as I can in this video. So let me break it down real quick. Amazon.com owns literally half of all the e-commerce sales going on at any given moment. They had 2.6 trillion visits to their website in July 2018 alone. They have over 310 million active customers, and on Prime Day last year they sold over $100 million worth of products on one day alone. And in their attempt to expand and grow in terms of sales, they allow average people like you and I to sell products on their platform to make sure that a customer can find anything their heart could possibly desire on Amazon.com. And 53% of their sales come from these third-party sellers using the Fulfillment by Amazon system. And these average people all over the world are killing it and making millions of dollars a year with no huge budget and no real experience. And they start the whole thing using one simple app. And have a look at these stats. 19% of them make over 1 million per year in sales. 39% of people using this strategy make over 250,000 per year in sales, and over 140,000 people have made more than 100,000 using this method. That's not too shabby, eh? So I've been diving pretty deep into this method myself and decided to give it a go with a pretty low budget. And I've just started, but I figure I'll share some of my sales as well. So in the last 7 days I've sold items for $812. It's an okay start, but I'm also still pretty early in this game and I'm still learning and expanding. And the reason it's called Fulfillment by Amazon is because once you send the products to Amazon, you don't have to do anything else. They will drive traffic to your product, ship it to customers, handle any refunds and potential customer complaints. So you just need a product and they will take care of the rest. I love this app and this method because pretty much anyone can make money with it. Now I'll put a list of approved countries on the screen now. And you don't need a lot of experience, it's cheap to start and you can make money within just a few weeks if you know how to use it. And using the tools I will show you in this video, you will minimize the risk dramatically. So remember the question I asked earlier, how do I know there will be enough demand for me to make money? Well, it's actually pretty easy to answer the demand question with Amazon FBA, which is why I started doing this myself. So with this little application called Jungle Scout, you're able to see exactly how much money any product on Amazon is making, which means that you can see the exact demand along with a bunch of other useful data. So you'll be able to see the exact amount of money people are spending on these products, and because Amazon will let you sell products if you want to, you can dramatically minimize the risk and know for sure what will make money before investing a dime. Let me show you real quick here. Alright, so once you've installed the Jungle Scout tool, you can head on over to Amazon.com, and I'll actually make a quick demonstration here on how to use it. It is this little tool up here. So let's make an example with a bark collar for dogs. So once you're on the first page, you can click this, the Jungle Scout extension, and they will sort everything in this little list and give us all the information we need. So you can see the rank, the price, the 30-day units, so how many units they sell a month, how many units they sell per day, revenue, reviews, everything we need to make a good decision. So we can determine the demand pretty quickly here by looking at the revenue, and these bar colors sell a ton of money every single month. This is per 30 days. So once we've determined that this is actually a pretty good demand, we can head on over to another site called Alibaba.com, and this site is actually even bigger than Amazon.com, but it's based in China. So we'll search for the same product here, a bar color, and we can see that pretty much the same products come up here, but for a fraction of the price. So let's take this barking color for example. This costs between $8 to $11 depending on how many you order. You can minimum order 560 pieces, which is pretty standard. And I think I've seen it on Amazon. Yeah, it's this one right here, the TBI Pro. So they sell it for $39, and they got it for only between $8 and $11. And they make a ton of money, over $340,000 every single month. So by using this Jungle Scout extension tool, we can see exactly how much demand there is for products, how much competition there is, and a bunch of useful data that we need to make a good decision, and we can use it on a bunch of different products. So basically we want to ship products in bulk from Alibaba to Amazon and sell the products for a greater price and simply pocket the difference. Now of course Amazon will take a small cut of that too, but the profit margins can still be huge. And just like that, you are an entrepreneur. And parents, teens, people in and outside of the US, men and women all over the world use this method and are getting great results. This lady here, she has 2 kids and started this on the side and is killing it now. And this guy named Val is a dad and made over $100,000 in his first 6 months of selling. And this girl Wen was another first-time user of FBA, and since she started selling, she's been able to make a small fortune and is still growing her business. And this guy here, Deepak, he lives in Malaysia and worked a job 80 hours a week and has a brand newborn baby, and he managed to quit his job using this strategy. And over 50% of these sellers make more than $100,000 a year from this, finding dinky little products and selling them on Amazon's platform for huge profits. I could show you these success stories all day, but we don't have time for that, as I want to show you something even better in this video. Now, I've talked about this strategy before, and more people are starting to sell their products using this approach, and competition ramps up all the time, so I would urge you to try this sooner rather than later. And this whole process is obviously a bit more complicated than I could cover in a 10-minute video, so if you're interested in truly changing your life financially, here's what I did for you. I wanted to get the best help I could possibly find, so I've contacted 2 of the best in the world at this, named Evan and Benji. And if you think Benji looks a bit familiar, that might be because he was a competitor on Survivor Australia and is one of the most successful entrepreneurs over there. And here's what 1 month of selling looks like for them. Pretty insane numbers. And Evan and Benji have taught thousands of clients on how to make their fortunes off of this exact process, and they've got one of the absolute best systems right now, which they improve and update all the time. And they've spent more than 35,000 hours learning the ins and outs, so they've pretty much seen it all at this point. And remember all those people who were making money earlier? Yep, those were their clients. So this Thursday on the 13th of December, they're going to give me and 500 of you guys a live step-by-step training on exactly how to do this and build a business fully transparently in front of us. And you can register now to be part of it if you go to primed500.com. And this is an exclusive event just for us, and they typically charge $6,000 an hour for private coaching, so bring a pencil and paper if you can. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that they're going to be teaching us this for free? So if you have plans to ramp up your income in 2019 but aren't exactly sure how, come along on this training and they will go over the exact process click by click and answer any questions you have for them for up to 2 hours. So you really have nothing to lose here. I know I will be there, and it's limited to only 500 people, so go to primed500.com to get access to this training now, and it will be live on Thursday. And it wasn't exactly easy to convince them to do this for free, but I am super excited to give you guys this opportunity because I know how impactful this can be if you follow their advice and take action. So that's it for this video. If you haven't reserved a seat for the training yet, do it now on primed500.com and I'll see you there.